Yes, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Thank you very much for watching this channel. Do please like and subscribe. Just a little click or two down there. That'll work. I'm going to talk today about Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London. He's proposed a new idea, a thoughtful idea, at least he's thinking about these things, to house prisoners released early from jail in council accommodation, so that they would, as soon as they were released, they would automatically jump to the top of the waiting list for a council accommodation. Now, all those people who are on the Greater London waiting list to be housed, and I believe that the waiting list exceeds 4, maybe 5 years, going to be a little bit distressed to see that burglars, rapists, thieves, general offenders who are released from places like Pentonville, Wormwood Scrubs, Wandsworth, Belmarsh, etc., they're going straight to the top of the housing list and being rehoused, because quite rightly he's making the observation that when a prisoner is discharged from jail and he has nowhere to live, he is much more likely to reoffend. So that is going to have a deleterious effect upon society, and so Sadiq Khan's idea is to house them in council accommodation at the cost of the taxpayer and ratepayer. And how much does it cost per month to rent a single one-bedroomed flat in Greater London? Well, my research indicates that the average cost across all of the London boroughs is £1,650 per month. It varies from area to area, with places like Westminster, Kensington, Chelsea, the average rate for a one-bedroom apartment there being fast approaching £3,000 per month. Whereas you go into other areas like Hackney, etc., you're down to about £1,250 a month. But it's still quite a lot of money. And with the average being 1,650, so that's just the rent. I mean, on top of that, you've got the rates, you've got the electricity, you've got the gas, you've got the insurance. So you're talking well over £2,000 a month per individual. And in effect, the problem is that you are, in a way, rewarding crime. So you've got to be very careful about that. But there has to be a rehabilitation program for prisoners. I believe absolutely there has. So you don't go straight from prison back into society. There perhaps should be, and it's just a suggestion from me, perhaps there should be a 3-tier system. 1, there's fines and probation, that's 1. 2, there's imprisonment, incarceration, that's the big baby. Yeah, and 3, there is a 3rd stage, so that if you're released from prison, you do not go straight back into society. And I know that there is a 3rd thing already. It's called after prison that you're on license. But I believe that you should then go from prison to a facility whereby you are deprogrammed, shall we say, from crime. It's like being taken out of a cult. Because crime is very often a kind of cult, isn't it? Because you get families that are criminal families. You know, the grandmother's been locked up, the father's locked up, the grandfather's been locked up, his brother. And if you don't get your share of jail time, well, you're not conforming to the mores of that particular family. So there we have it. Today's little rant about rehabilitating prisoners. They should be rehabilitated. They've currently released about 2,000 people so far in this Operation Early Dawn. and there was reports of prisoners being released from prison, didn't want to be released from prison because they know where to sleep, nowhere to rest, no home, and they've got very little money. So there are reports of some of the prisoners turning up at police stations asking to be housed for the night in the cells. Goodness gracious me, what has this society become? So that's the little rant today. What do we do with prisoners? If you've got any ideas, please put some comments down below. We'll discuss this, certainly we will, and I'll be very pleased to hear from you. Don't forget, I've got a new channel out there. It's called Poetry, People and Places. I'll put a link down below. You can have a look at that, because I'm going to cease my little sing-songs at the end of these little chats, and you can watch my poetry, which I'll do on a virtual daily basis, and put a link down below. Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton.